Tito tapping in. I just had to redo this video a couple times because I wanted to do it on my other phone, but my other phone is a piece of garbage. So I wanted to go live on my TikTok and upload this video to TikTok as well as my YouTube, but it's just gonna have to go up on YouTube. But this video talking about how fake people is. I know that's kind of what my other video the other day was about, but it's becoming so repetitive, and right now I'm supposed to be in an alone stage. I see me having human interaction right now. I see it's just supposed to be at a minimum, but I look up at days and times where it wasn't as like that, but now I just see it's more like that than ever. Where genuine human interaction is just few and far between. People so far gone in their mental and they thought. And true, genuine people is just impossible to find, seem like now. I have yet to, encounter too many people that really stood on anything besides pointless bullshit. So it's just becoming repetitive. And I'm just like, some years ago, it was a lot more better. It was a lot fun, and now it's monotonous. It's the same song and dance every day. And then people got this facade on their face like they real, or they know what they saying. But then when you really look past them and you see past the physical, you could tell they all full of, full of crap. I'm just seeing that more and more now as the days go on, and it's just like, what happened to original people and human interaction with people? What happened? People are just NPCs, bots. Like, you talking to a shell. You ain't talking to no person with a soul or a spirit. You can't be, because the responses and the reactions I get from people when I be completely respectful and honest and everything, it's like I'm talking to a motherfucker that on the video game that just give you a blank ass, regulated ass, manufactured ass answer, and then that's it, And I got these same people in my family on top of it, which really just sends it home as far as how far gone people is. You think people that you related to have some kind of faculties to themselves, but not mine. But that just shows me and gives me an example on how far gone the world is. If this shit has infiltrated my family, then of course the world finna be fucked up in a fucked up place. My opinion on if you really a chosen one, really a part of 144,000, don't interact with people right now. Leave people where the fuck they at. Leave their asses alone. Choose not to be bothered with them. Don't pay attention to the bullshit. People think you're attractive or whatever the case may be. I get that a lot. And how you single and all of this and all of that. I'm single because people mentally is gone right now. That's why I'm single. And I prefer to stay single instead of deal with any idiots that come around me and I have to use 9 milli on them. The stick. The blick. The blicky with the, I don't want to have to up this on nobody, unless they trying to harm me or something like that. Definitely not trying to be in a relationship with a motherfucker or get in with a motherfucker thinking that this relationship is what I wanted. And next thing you know, it turns sour and now I'm finna damn near ready to kill this person. You know what I mean? Like, that's the last thing I want to do, man. I'm seeing people crash out doing this shit now in the world. That's the last thing I want to do is put myself in that situation. This bad fella is for defensive purposes. If you run up on me thinking you with that shit, I'm going to blow you off your shoes. That's what it's for. Not for getting in a relationship with a motherfucker who think they crazy or got a mouth on them, and now they talking crazy to me and they think they finna be talking crazy to a grown-ass man who been through hell and back, seen people die, and now you finna get crazy and talk to me and you ain't even seen nothing and did nothing in your life. And you think you finna talk crazy down and crazy to me, is not happening. That's why I just say I'm good on talking and being with anybody right now. You know, if it's meant for me, that person gonna come and they gonna show me nothing but love. You know what I mean? They gonna show me nothing but what I'm trying to give. They, you know, it's just that simple. They not gonna give me no back mouth talk and all this goofy shit, none of that. And I've been encountering that now, just trying to go around dating. They gonna give me the energy that I put into them, the whole nine. So dating right now is out of the books. And if you see people out here that seem like they happy, shit seems good on the outside, but shit could be rotten from the core. You get what I'm saying? You could paint, you could throw paint on some bullshit, you know, and make it seem like it's all good. You know, that's how this shit is. People could fake it till they make it. You know what I mean? That's what the world is about right now. People faking it till they make it. I just see that I'm not of this world, I'm just in it. I don't relate to shit that's going on in this world today. And as the days go by, I just see just how much and how far gone people are mentally, spiritually, emotionally. The people is just, they done for. You know, I did an experiment because shit, it might fucking happen, but I did an experiment with a homeless sign, and I went outside and shit, I would have a homeless sign to see how many people was gonna actually give me something. Not just, you know, because I'm a lazy motherfucker, but shit, I've been looking for work for months now. If you don't know, shit, right now the economy is at one of the worst states it's ever been in, and the economy has never been in a good shape, but the economy is in one of the worst positions it's ever been in. And I went on the street with a homeless sign because shit, I've been looking for a job for over 5-6 months now, and I haven't got anything. Now you might be like, what's the problem? You a criminal or something like that? I got a clean background. I'm not on drugs, anything like that. I've been working for several years. And in 2024, I lost my job. So I've been looking since and haven't found a damn thing. Now, the thing about it is the economy is in some of the worst shape it's ever been. The job market right now, there are more people unemployed than there is jobs to even give people. You can look this statistic up right now, and today is what? Today is September 11th. So today is September 11th. I don't know if y'all can see it. So today is September 11th, 2025. The job market right now is the worst it's ever been in because it's like around 2021, like right after COVID, where there's more people unemployed than there is jobs even now. And it's been trending like this downward since I lost my job. There haven't been any jobs, decent jobs available. And these jobs that is available ain't calling people back or giving a damn. So you do the math. But yeah, I went out and I did a little test couple months back just to see who would goddamn it spare me some change. You know, because I'm in a situation where shit needs to happen. I don't have a GoFundMe or nothing like that set up. I did do that before, but I seen that was a waste of time. You need a lot of people to be friends with and all this jack shit. So I just did what I knew the only way I could come up on something at that moment to try to help my situation out. I went out there with a homeless sign, cardboard, and I was like, man, homeless. Wrote my little story out there on the cardboard, and I stood in a couple of little high traffic areas in the vicinity just to see what would happen. I was out there for several hours, and I only got literally a handful of people, about 4 or 5 people, if that actually gave me something. And they ain't give me much. They gave me $5 here, $5 there. I think I walked away with maybe $15 when it was all said and done. That was it for being outside for about 5 hours. I got 15 bucks in the heat, burning up, raining, because it ended up raining when I was leaving. I got about $15 out of it. I couldn't believe that. Mind you, I was out there for about 5 hours. I damn near did a shift at work, and that was all I made. And it just made me realize, like, man, people sit up here and they talk about, people say, oh, I'm God fearing and all this shit, and I'm Jesus Christ and all this Holy Spirit and all this bullshit. All these people that's so religious. But when y'all see somebody that's less fortunate on the street, y'all won't even give them piss. Ain't that the whole point? Like, it just really made me realize that everything is a fucking facade. Everything is fake as hell. I've seen people homeless. I've given them something. I've given them something. I've done something for them. But even at times I didn't. I'm not saying people had to give me anything or I was supposed to, but it's just the whole point. That people sit up here and they say, they believe in the high and the mighty, but it's like more like people feel like they're high and mighty, and they don't have to do anything for the next person and lift the next person up. That's what I'm starting to notice now with people. It ain't about they give a damn about God or Jesus, any of that shit. They say that shit and they try to say they repent and all this bullshit to try to absolve themselves of their own goddamn sins, but at the end of the day, they don't give a rat's ass about nobody else. That much is obvious. When I stood out there for 5 hours in the burning hot sun and then rain, it showed me that people is full of shit, completely full of shit. It showed me completely that people are full of shit, and they will do anything they can to get rid of their own goddamn sins, and they could care less about what anybody else is going through or have going on. And it's so bad now. It's on multiple levels that people don't give a damn about nobody but themselves. Because this is infiltrated into the dating world, just the regular interactions with people. People don't give a damn, but they'll sit there and pretend. It's bad right now. And I say, if you're part of the chosen, if you're part of the 144,000, just leave people alone right now. This world is not. We're not of this world. We just in it. We're not of this world. We just in it, and that's about the size of it. This world was not made for people like us. We not from this planet. That much is obvious. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious. It's a difference in people on this earth. People who believe in the materialistic shit to the end, and people who see this material shit don't last, is people that goddamn it got the soul and shit. But then you think people that got souls, they don't even take advantage of that because they NPCs at this point. The majority of people you encounter, they telling you some surface level bullshit. What they say is not genuine. They don't really give a fuck. They just telling you an answer to make themselves feel good or make you feel good for the time being. There's no real substance behind what people say and do now. I'm noticing that. People expect this, they expect that, but what do they do as far as reciprocal? What do they do on their end? Not a damn thing. I'm seeing this on multiple levels, man. Like I said, just regular interactions with people in the dating world. Don't matter what the hell you dating. It's just everything is just bad. So right now, I just see I'm supposed to be completely isolated away from people. Even my own family, I've cut a large majority of them off. And I thought this spiritual shit, I already been through this back in 2019 and shit, when I was going through the dark night of the soul and all this shit. But it's like, man, is this another damn awakening? Am I having another one? Because I'm cutting more people and things off than I was back then. Back then I was getting aware to a lot of information I ain't had access to, but now it's like I'm getting information as well as cutting people off left and right that don't serve me. And if you're not talking something that's substance or intellectual or something past surface level bullshit, then you really not finna have a conversation with me. It don't matter what demographic, background, none of that shit make a difference. If you're not saying something that matters and for the collective, not just your damn self, then you ain't finna have a conversation with me right now. What's that in the same room next to me? Nothing. You know, I mean, right now it's just people are gone, they're done for, and it's showing in the economy, everything, dating world, everything, just interactions with people. People are gone, they done for, they tapped out as far as, you know, mentally, and so am I. Like I refuse to go out here and interact with people on any any real means. As far as me out here, I'd rather not. I get out here and I get in nature and I take my walk and shit like that, and I take care of myself. But as far as any other real human interactions, I'll pass on it. You know, people they not who they used to be, or they whatever they claim to be, nothing. You know, I'm just seeing it more and more by the day, and it's just making me say, what's the point? You know, like, really, what is the point? You know, I'm better off going out here crashing out, just getting this shit over with. Literally, that's how I feel. Because what's the fuck is the point behind a lot of this shit? Nothing. You know? So, I mean, a lot of this shit just gonna get worse, you know? I mean, you got the Agenda 2030 on the horizon. You know, the world gonna be in, you know, you got you got trouble across the world, you know, Israel, Hamas, Iran, you know, you just got a lot, you know, a lot of shit going on, and a possible third world war or a possible civil war on the horizon. That's what I see. I see another world war or civil war on the horizon. And that's what it's gonna take. I hate to say it, well, you know, something worse than COVID. I hate to say it, but it's gonna be something worse than COVID, because people is just done, and they need a reset. People need a reset, and I hate to be Thanos, but this shit needs balance. And if half of the population gotta go to do that, over half of it, then Thanos snapped this bitch. The Infinity Gauntlet, because this shit is over with. This world as we knew it is done, and the future don't look bright, like Ultron say as well. We in the age of Ultron too, believe it or not. Let me start there, FYBJ Main. We in the age of Ultron, because look at how AI is starting to take over everything. People making robots and shit, running up on people. You know, pretty soon these robots is gonna take over all these people's jobs. So you people working, thinking y'all got a job, working from home, all this shit, a robot gonna have your job soon. Then what you gonna do? You gonna be on YouTube making videos. If or else doing, you gonna have to find something else talking about how the robot took your job, because you ain't gonna have nothing else out here to do. Because this shit already happening now. The economy is flatlining as we speak. So pretty soon there ain't gonna be nothing left, and people gonna have to go to other options, selling themselves, all type of shit. It don't look pretty for America at all. And as Ultron say, let me end it off. When the world starts to settle, God throws a stone. And trust me, he's winding up. Tito 79.